Hey everybody, Alex Miller at Cabinet. I just got one more video since the news cycle is cooperating with me so much this week. So it was reported in the news yesterday that Samsung has banned the internal use of tools like ChatGPT. And it's exactly all of the reasons I've been talking about all week, which is that Samsung has a lot of information it would like to control, and if employees are always running off to dump that information into a chatbot controlled by an external company that's getting breached all the time, that sucks, and that's not something that big corporations like. Two wrinkles I want to point out here. Why does Samsung care? I was looking for news articles about this. If you search for just news on Samsung, all of the news is about these anticipated high-tech new projects they have coming out and leaks about them. And there's clearly a game, and Apple famously plays this game super duper hard. We'd really like to control the narrative about whatever our cool new R&D project is. Reading about issues at Samsung, employees have been taking their meeting notes and putting them into ChatGPT to summarize, which is kind of telling you absolutely everything about what those employees are doing at broad strokes. So if you're working on the new Samsung flip phone and you're putting your meeting notes into ChatGPT, you are snitching to another company more or less constantly about the whole arc of that product development. And that's exactly what Samsung doesn't want. Samsung says they're working on a safe environment and internal tools. I wish them luck. They could pull it off, but I've definitely seen a couple of Hollywood movies with this plot, and they don't all end happy. It takes a lot of concentration of talent and huge data sets and just a lot of expertise and the right conditions to get these kind of technologies working. And someone or other will have a bad time if every big corporation is trying to build their own in a silo. And that's really a problem we've had a while that we don't recognize. So why did I get into what I do? Actually, originally, it was really about AI that I got interested in privacy technology. You need tons of data to train this stuff. And the reality is so much of that data is so siloed, and healthcare is the tour de force example. It's just not going to happen unless we can find a way to share more data in a more secure, controlled, regulated way for purposes of accomplishing things. It can't always just be about saying, no, you can't see the data. But then we're at the limits of how we can just pass all this stuff around. So if you want the good part of that AI world, the productivity, robots do everything for you, you really need this kind of emerging privacy tech. And in the end, I think everybody's going to realize this, or we're not going to have it. By the same token, and I'm going to make a video about this next week about homomorphic encryption in particular, there's a lot about how these privacy technologies can qualitatively transform the incentives around data and produce new business models and new systems of behavior. And if you were scared of the shitty parts of the sort of AI fantasy we're all examining on LinkedIn lately, these emerging privacy technologies can do a whole lot there as well. Recap: people get breached. Don't put your employer's secrets in ChatGPT. Samsung is already threatening to fire people for doing this. And so there's a problem here to be solved. And I think privacy tech like homomorphic encryption, federated learning, these are really the key to getting out of this problem and actually making something happen.